What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name's Chris and I'm on a journey to become a luthier. Alright, so if you've been following my channel at all, you'll know that I just finished building my first guitar last week. If you want to see that build, I'll put a link to it in the description box of this video. So I guess if I want to become a luthier, I need to learn more about how to set guitars up. The guitar I built last week was the first time I ever set a guitar up. Alright, I built the whole guitar and then I got to the setup portion and I learned how to do it last week. So this is going to be the first guitar after that I've tried to set up. And I'm just going to do some basic checks like what I learned to do. I'm not going to go crazy. I just want to see how it's set up now from the factory and maybe fix the bow of the neck if I have to. Check the action at the 1st fret, 12th fret, and we'll do some checks and just see and maybe make some minor adjustments. I'm in the process of learning, so you're going along with me. This is a Martin DCP A4 and it's my own personal guitar, so I figured what better way to get practice than to do the guitars that I own currently. Alright, I have this one and I have another Big Baby Taylor from many years ago, and that one's probably all jacked up, but I guess I'll find out coming up later. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get the strings off, clean off the fretboard and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and do that. And just a side note, the reason I'm going through all this is because one of the strings broke and I figured if I'm going to change the strings out anyway, we could just go ahead and practice doing a setup. So here we go. I've watched a lot of videos by Jerry Rosa from Rosa String Works. I've really enjoyed his channel, and one of the comments he makes, and one of the things I found out last week doing my own guitar, is that I need to probably make sure I keep these bridge pins in the same orientation so that they go back in the same hole. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do that as well. Not too bad, not too bad. So let me get these off and then I'll come back. I've had the guitar for probably 5 or 6 years and I've done hardly anything to it. So it's in need of some help. So 2 cleaning agents I have on hand are naphtha and mineral spirits. I'm not going to get those on the body or any of the finished part of the guitar, but I think it'd be okay to do on the fingerboard. I mean, on the naphtha bottle it says cleans greasy, waxy, oily surfaces and machine parts. So no doubt there's some grease and wax on there from my fingers, so I'm going to lightly try to clean those off. Go ahead and finish this up and I'll get right back with you. Alright, that's done, but it left it looking really dry in a lot of spots. Like the wood just looks like it's starved for some kind of conditioning. But I have mineral oil, that's all I got. It's probably not the best thing to use, but I know people use it. I use it on my guitar, so I'm going to go ahead and coat that on the fretboard and then maybe put a little bit on the bridge. Alright, well that looks better. I mean, it's still, you can still see some lighter looking spots than, I don't know. For now, that'll do. I'll just have to learn some more later. So let's move on to the next step. I think I'm going to go ahead and restring it. And the strings I had a 3-pack of these Diodario Phosphor Bronze. So that's what I've got on my new guitar that I made. And I'm going to go ahead and get these out and get them on. Okay, the strings on, I've just got them tuned a little low. I'm going to go ahead and tune them up to pitch. I think what I'm going to do first is check the relief. Let me put a capo on the first fret. Then I've got this piece of sandpaper here, and this sandpaper is 0.23 millimeters thick. I'm just going off of what I learned. I don't know what the actual relief, what people say that is actually supposed to be. 0.2 millimeters is good, or it's got to be more. I don't know, but I'm going to use this piece of sandpaper, check around midway. Yes, definitely some room. I think I'm a little high on the relief. It just looks a lot higher. I mean, just looking at it, it looks higher than my guitar I just built. I'm going to get the truss rod adjustment wrench out and try to adjust the truss rod. Okay, that took a little while. I was using the Allen wrench that I got that fits the truss rod in my guitar, and I could not get it to go in. I couldn't find where the opening was. So then I thought I was in the truss rod adjustment hole and felt like it was too loose. So I went and got a 4 millimeter, and that seems to work just fine. So I guess this must be a 3.5 millimeter. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it about 1/4 of a turn. I need to get a better tool for this. This Allen wrench is shorter. Oh no, this might be too short too. And too small too. Yeah, it's too small. I don't feel like I'm turning it. Feels like it's just slipping in there. We're going to a 4.5. Okay, it feels like it's going into something, but what in the world? What size is this? Put a 5 in and see what it does. There, that's correct. That's in there. So it's a 5mm in this Martin. I'm gonna give it a little turn. All right, I turned about just shy of a quarter of a turn. I need a better tool. But let me go ahead and check now. All right, it's actually rubbing on the string a little bit, just barely. I mean, minuscule amount, but it is actually, I could hear the sandpaper hitting the bottom of that string. So I think I'm just gonna stop there. I don't think I could even get it to turn anymore without some more leverage, but I don't wanna overdo it. I'm kind of scared, just, you know, I don't have a whole lot of experience doing this, but I'm gonna call that good. I did a quarter of a turn, just shy of a quarter of a turn on the truss rod. So I think next I'm gonna check the action at the first fret. So I can take this off now. Okay, I have this string action ruler here. I got it from Amazon. It's by Baroque. It's got, you know, thousandths of an inch. It's got 64ths. It's got millimeters. Now, from what I understand, it should be around a 64th of an inch between the top of the first fret and the bottom of the string. So right now, if I just put it up there, it's just over the 4/64 line. If I press down on the fret, I'm trying to do this opposite-handed so you can see. If I press down on the first fret, it comes down to the 3/64 line. So that seems about right. It's about a millimeter. Let me check the next one. It is, and then right at like the 3/64. So it's probably going to be okay all the way down. I would assume. Yeah, they're all right about a 64th of an inch high. I think I'm gonna leave that too, so that's good. I'm not gonna touch that, so at least I checked, and I think that's gonna be okay. So let's check the action at the 12th fret down here. I'm gonna use the same action gauge thing. Turn this up like this, and I'm gonna check right at the 12th fret. Now Robbie O'Brien, the guy I learned how to do this from, uses millimeters. On the Rosa String Works YouTube channel, he uses thousandths of an inch, so he goes about, I think he said 80,000 on the top here down to, I can't remember what he said for the bottom, for the number 1 string. Robbie uses 2.5 millimeters and 2 millimeters, so let me see if that's what it's set up to. Looks like about 2.75 millimeters on the top string. What is that in thousandths? 100 thousandths. So that may be a little bit higher than what Jerry sets his up to. For right now, I'm just going to stick with the 2.5 like I did yesterday or last week on my guitar. And I'll do some more research on where it actually needs to be, or maybe I'll just come back later and test this out at a lower action. So 2.75, I need to come down to 0.25 millimeters right here. And then on the bottom, I want to be at 2 millimeters. I'm right at 2 millimeters, like pretty much exactly. So maybe that's good, I don't know. Right stinking at it. Am I pushing down on? I'm pushing down on it, aren't I? Let me do this. Let me do this. I'm like right on the 2.25 line. In order to get down 0.25 millimeters right here, I need to take off 0.5 millimeters from the bottom of the saddle, from my understanding. That's what I pretty much learned from Jerry Rosa. There you are. That's what I learned from Jerry Rosa, and also what Robbie talked about. So I need to take off twice the amount of the saddle in order to get half that amount down right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the saddle off, I think, and then I try to shave off 0.25 millimeters on the bottom. So let's go ahead and get that saddle out. I hope it comes out. I have to loosen the strings quite a bit. Let me get this, get the strings loose, and then I'll come back. Okay, I got the strings loose. I don't know if I got them loose enough. Let me see. There we go. There we go. Check it out. One side's got this like dark color painted on it. I guess to let you know that's the front, maybe. So I learned this trick from Jerry Rosa, watching his videos. I'm gonna paint a little bit of Sharpie on the bottom right here, on both sides. I actually tried it on on the guitar that I built and set up last week, and it worked pretty good. So what I do is I have this set up to 0.5 millimeters. That's how much I got to take off the bottom, right? So I'm going to try to scratch that in. See that line? I'll scratch that into the bottom, and it's going to eat away from the Sharpie. See that? You can see the line at 0.5 millimeters now. So now I'm going to just take this over my disc sander and just barely whisper shave that much off the bottom, all the way across evenly. So you can see I've got my disc sander on the ground. I don't have anywhere to put it right now. I don't have a place to store it, and yeah, I gotta do some storage projects in this garage. I gotta make some kind of flip top table or something to put this on, and then my spindle sander on another side. But right now it's on the floor. It's too heavy to be lifted up and putting up on top of the table. It's just too heavy. It's just very awkward to lift. I've got this piece of wood here. I saw Robbie doing this. I'm just going to place this on there like that. So let's go ahead and try not to screw this up. There. That didn't take long at all. There. See, right up to that line on both sides. Okay, so let's put it back in there. Let me tune it back up, and then we'll come and recheck that action. Okay, let's recheck the action at the 12th fret. Yeah, I'm like right at 2.5. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, well, I couldn't have done it any better. I mean, right at 2 millimeters. So the only thing I didn't do was check the intonation, which I just thought about. Maybe I'll check that. I don't know if I'm going to be too comfortable right now. I'm modifying this bridge that came installed with the guitar, but let me go ahead and just check and see if it's even close. So let me get it up to E. Okay, so it says E. I'm going to hit the harmonic. It says E. E. Gotta be careful when I push down here, I don't bend the string. A. Harmonic. Maybe a little bit sharp. Okay, so it's a little bit sharp. So I can't remember which way I gotta move this to make it more flat. I'm gonna have to look that up real quick. Let's keep going though. It just goes black. I'm gonna try to hit high. So I don't know on this one. I don't know if it's right or not. I'm gonna have to trust where it's at because I cannot get a reading. Let me see. Let me try something. Hold on. Let me check E. That one's good. So the A is a little bit sharp, and the B I don't know. So what if I go down to a different note? Like, let's try A. If I go down to A, I mean, technically it seems like it doesn't matter what the note is there as long as it's still reading the same up here. Oh no, there you go. It's right on. Right on. So looks like this string may be the only one we got issues with. I guess I'm kind of glad because I was hoping it wasn't going to be way off, and I didn't want to have to just completely change this bridge or the saddle. Let me figure out which way I got to move that. If I need to try to just very lightly file just a smidge off, I may try that. I guess I thought the camera was focusing on the bridge too, but you couldn't see my hand. So what I was saying is I can tell that this saddle has been compensated. The break of the saddle is farther back here, a little bit farther forward here, across the middle here, farther back on the B string, farther forward on the E. So I want to see if I can need to adjust that break spot on the saddle at the A string just a smidge in order to get that harmonic A just slightly flatter. This may be like the worst mistake I've ever made, but I've got the string loose, and I can see where the string's touching there. And I've got this little tiny file, needle file from StuMac. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to, oh man, I don't want to mess this up. I'm just going to very barely file that. I don't even know if it's going to do anything. Let me tune that back up and just try it. I didn't do hardly anything, but I'm scared. Let me check it again. All right, I'm at A. I mean, it's showing right on there. I mean, whether I did something or not, I don't know. But maybe it was just the smallest smidge or the smallest skosh. I'll move it back maybe. If I even did. I might have even done nothing. I don't even know. but it's reading in tune on the harmonic and on the open string, both of them. So I'm going to leave it as that, and just, you know, going forward, if I find any that I need to adjust more, I'll at least have a better idea what to do. I just got to remember to make it flatter, you go farther back. I guess to make it sharper, you would come this way with that break angle. So I think I might be actually done. Hello, what do you think? What do you think? It's not too bad. Maybe we have to make sure it's in tune again. Well, for my first time setting a guitar up that was already made by somebody else, it wasn't that bad, you know. It wasn't really that far out. So what have I done today? I just got a fresh fretboard. I wish I had some polish. I could polish those frets up. That would have been nice to do. I didn't adjust anything at the first fret. I came off about a 1/2 millimeter on the total action at the 12th fret, and I maybe adjusted the intonation a little bit on the A string. So all in all, you know, not too bad. I think my wife's going to be happy enough to play it like it is. So not any major adjustments, but overall it was a good experience for me. And hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. And I guess I'll get these things cut off here. And I'll see you next time. Bye.